Hot air balloon rides? Yes, that has been one of the things on my bucket list for a while now, and I got to do it. Plus, I did it with my family. Crazy, right? Keep watching to get a bit of the experience. And I have your attention. Have you subscribed yet? Please do that. Thank you. This experience of hot air balloon we did at Luxor in Egypt. We had moved from Hurghada to Luxor a night before, spent the night on the Nile. You can watch the whole video of the night on the Nile experience on my YouTube channel. But then just in case you're wondering, we bought this experience on Get Your Guide. I will try and look for the cost and insert it here. But the crew picked us from our boats and they drove us in a minivan with a few other people, not a big group, and they brought us to the venue very early in the morning. I must say, as you can see, it's not yet sunrise. It has to be done. Usually hot air balloon is done when the air is really still around. Also, this experience included watching the sunrise. So obviously it has to be done early. We woke up around like 3:30. So very early rise for the family, I must say. But then we got picked up around 4 a.m. And I think the hot air balloon set off around 5-ish or past 5. Yeah, just so that we can see the sunrise. It was a stressful one because obviously the kids didn't like waking up that early, but I think it was worth it. You let me know in the end, was it really worth it waking up that early? Anyway, so that's us just arrived, and you can see all the hot air balloons were being inflated. People were just waiting around and taking photos as it looked really beautiful at this point. You can see the fire that charges or that helps the hot air balloon move was just being inflated, and it was beautiful because all of them just got inflated at around the same time. People were rushing to take their photos and do some videos because it's a different feel of the hot air balloon on the floor as opposed to when it will get in the air. Then each hot air balloon took, I think, between 10 to 15 people. It depends on your group or the package that you booked. Some people book a private experience where it's just their family or just them in the hot air balloon. Obviously, that will be more expensive. I would say if you're not booking the private experience, try to go close to the hot air balloon just before it sets off so that you'll be one of the first to get in, and don't stay close to the fire. Stay by the edge of the hot air balloon. Trust me, if you're close to the middle of the hot air balloon, it will be an uncomfortable ride for you. It will be too hot because you can literally feel the heat from the flame. In a way, that's what I found. So yeah, get in early if you're going with a group, and stay at the edge of the baskets. That's the best place to stay if you ask me. And that's us. We've set off. We're getting into the sky now, and yeah, we coasted for a while, just slowly drifting up and up and up. And then the pilot, he was literally dressed like a pilot. He talked us through the experience. He was quite nice and funny and friendly as well. So once the balloon was stable, he would turn off the flame, and then intermittently he would put it on. But yeah, we just enjoyed the view. The scenery was beautiful. It was, and at this point the sun started rising, and we just watched. It was like a time lapse, just watching the sun slowly rise. That's the River Nile there as well, just across the River Nile. It was such a beautiful scene. It wasn't as too bright now. The KJs were just quietly watching. It was mesmerizing. Honestly, the view was endless. We took beautiful pictures because, as I said, if you're at the edge of the basket, you get pictures. Even though you're with other people, they're not gonna like block your views. It was also lovely to see other hot air balloons as well in the sky. They were tiny from afar, but they were so colorful to watch them, to watch the sunrise. After almost an hour in the sky, we started to descend. The pilot started instructing us on what to do when it's time to land, the position to take, and everything. So yeah, we were paying close attention and still enjoying the views. That's us heading towards the ground. Take a look at the number of people that were on ground waiting for us to land. They were supposed to help us with holding down the balloons. I didn't realize it takes this amount of people. I didn't realize it takes this amount of effort. Here the pilot was navigating and pulling strings and trying to guide it to a safe place to land. And there were so many people pulling, tugging. Then we landed. That's us. Look at the excitement. So we didn't have to do the position that the pilot told us. I think he said because the weather was good. And then, yeah, the men came and just started tugging at the balloon. I think they were trying to kind of deflate it, but it did look like a lot of work. And then later on, the pilot asked us to please tip them because it does take a village apparently to fly a hot air balloon. But yeah, that was also was a beautiful experience. It was worth it if you ask me. And at the end, we did get a certificate of completion. You might get a glass of champagne alongside your certificate. It depends on the package that you booked. I thought it was too early for champagne at this point, so I didn't do that. We just got the certificates, and that's the tip basket going around, and people put some tips if they wanted. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed coming on the hot air balloon with us. Yeah, make sure you subscribe, like, comment, share, follow. Till next time, keep living, loving, and laughing. Bye.